No, I don't want to wait for fire. Oh. Oh god, wait a second. Might have just caused a forest fire. Hello, welcome back guys. Today we're going to be going back to the big city, but before that there are two things I want to do. So first up here, there are a bunch of zombies around my base due to last time. And I want to get them out of here, so I'm going to just throw them up in a multi-corpse grave. You can actually put 5 people into each grave. So 2 graves should be enough to handle everyone. Snack time! See, now doesn't that look much nicer? No corpses around, not even down here. I think it does. And the rain's coming down really hard. The puddles are, well, huge. I'm hoping this is actually gonna clean up bloodstains like this over here around the base. That would be a nice added bonus. But next up, we're gonna go check on the birdies. No birds. Alright, let's see what our haul is. 18 berries. That should be good enough to keep our hunger meter down when we're back in town for a while. Not enough to keep us fat, but enough for that. And of course our foraging is level 3, so every level higher is probably really good. So to finish tonight off, we're just going to read some Fishing for Beginners, and then tomorrow early morning we're going to go back to town. Alright, we slept a bit late, but it's time to head out, and it doesn't look like the water has any effect on bloodstains, which is a bit unfortunate. But I'll meet you guys at town. Alright, here we are. This looks like the place. Let's just take care of these stragglers real quick. Actually, quite a few. Alright, I think that might be the last of them, at least of the easy ones to spot. So it looks like, while we were gone, quite a few zombies moved into the area. That is unfortunate, but it wasn't too hard to clear them out. I'm going to do a quick little sweep of the area, and then we'll get started. Okay guys, so I did a sweep of the area, found only 2 zombies, thankfully. So, now that we're in town, there are 3 things I would like to do. The first up is going back to the school and finishing it off, really. There's a whole second floor and a whole other half of the school that we haven't searched. The other thing I would like to do is actually search at least these houses, or maybe these ones down here. Definitely this one. More houses, more chances of finding loot. The other and final thing, which is probably what we're going to start off with here, is we're going to disassemble everything in these 2 buildings. I've already done it in this one, but I left all the planks on the floor. And my van is empty, so I'm thinking of actually bringing all the planks back. That way I don't have to do any tree chopping. It should save me a bit of effort, and also help level us up. So I'm going to get started with that. Alright, and with that, the first house, this one over here, is fully picked apart. All the planks are stored up. I put everything I can in the car, and the leftover is here for a total of 35 planks. And don't forget, we used like half the house over there to reinforce all this stuff, all the windows in here, build a whole new door and everything. So we would have got a lot more too from the house. Unfortunately, our car is, as I said, full. And you can see we're down to 63 weight in the trunk. Every time we drive, we lose significantly more trunk space, and I can't repair it. So this van, even though everything else is in relatively good condition, as you can see here, these are just so badly damaged, we're going to have to replace it just to have storage space, until at least I am able to repair it. Which means I'm going to have to repair other cars probably just to level myself up. It's also getting a bit late, so I might just clear this area out here, go to sleep, and then come back and disassemble. You know, it's really scary when you come out to an area that you know 2 zombie bodies should be on the floor here because you killed them, and they're not. Oh, looks like I had a nightmare. That's unfortunate. Alright, so because we woke up so late, we had to stay up until 5 just to fall back asleep. During that time, I finished my book, and I did in fact hear a zombie moaning right before I went to bed again. Now the house should be barricaded, but just in case, we got to be a little bit careful here. Alright, the house itself looks fine. Yeah, all the barricades are still up. So that means the zombies should be outside somewhere, right? Ah! Right there. Where'd they come from? I checked the whole area. Ooh, leather gloves. And more military boots. Those are always good to have. These gloves are what really gets me. Look at that protection. For the hands. Oh, you know what? I just realized I forgot to bring my my gear, my hat, my vest, and my jacket. It does look like we can improvise a little bit here, so let's just wear that. And our protection is looking pretty bad, as usual. And I did a quick look-see around this building, just so I don't get any unwanted surprises. Looks pretty clear. Inside should be safe too. I don't think anything would have gone through the windows. So I'm going to start deconstructing here. Alright, we're done. So our skill, we leveled up, and we have 500 XP, which isn't bad. It's not going to be enough, I think, to level up off of just this house. But it's a lot closer to level 6 than we were before. Alright, it's getting late. I did just finish clearing out this house. In total, we got over 29 planks. And I decided to invest some of those planks into our base here. I've reinforced every window up to 3 planks instead of just 1. Due to the fact that there were zombies right around here. 4 zombies, in fact. And I had to fight 2 zombies over here. They just wandered into the area. So I think investing into the safe house here is probably a good idea. Just to keep us safe during when we sleep. Otherwise, as a time investment, a whole day for maybe 30 planks, it's just as tedious as chopping trees, but for less planks. In one day, I could probably get twice as many planks. But we do get nails this way, which is nice. And more importantly, though, we get XP. Alright, we're back at home here. So we went through these 2 houses. I would have done more, but I just don't feel ready to take on hordes of zombies. This house, I had to kill like 10 just to get in. And one of them actually tracked me in the house, so it was a bit dangerous. I don't know how I'm supposed to... I know you're not supposed to, especially on Apocalypse difficulty, which I'm playing on. You're not really supposed to fight hordes of zombies. You're supposed to lose to them. But I just don't see any way around it. I don't know how you're supposed to infiltrate houses without getting detected when every window is broken and there are hordes all around. You can't really distract them or do much about it, honestly. So the only way I see is to actually be forced to kill them. And at this point, I don't feel strong enough to just kill hordes of zombies all at once. Alright, so something I would like to do here is perhaps repair or even just uninstall parts of the car and fix it. So right here, we have the windshield, for example. I did get a new one, so I should be able to undo this one, right, and replace it, I think. It's not completely broken, but I'm assuming 100% quality would be better. Okay, we're going to uninstall that. Let's see if we can actually do it. Doesn't say there's a high chance of success, but I don't need it back. Failure. Oh, it actually damaged it. Oh, chance of damage. Okay. Did that... God, those always get me. Did that increase our mechanics at all? It did. You know, maybe I should be disassembling cars I see just to level up my mechanics. Are there any nearby? I don't think there are. There's definitely a lot back at home, which I could just scrap essentially for parts. Which I feel like I'm going to need to. Alright, that gunshot's definitely moving them around. So it looks like they're going pretty far away. I was thinking about taking care of them. I don't think that's necessary. They're going to the school. I'm going to try to ignore them. I'm going to keep the doors closed. Really, my goal here is not to get the planks. I just want the XP from disassembling everything. So that's what I'm going to do here for the rest of today. Holy cow, where do you come from? Wait, there's one inside the house as well? This guy looks like a survivor at least. I think he has a crowbar on his back. Oh wow, that was way too close. I gotta check the area out. And yes, he did have a crowbar. That is honestly my favorite weapon at this point. And everybody seems to have a crowbar, so I'm never gonna run out. Was that like that in the morning? Did I just sleep in a house with zombies in it? Where'd my barricades go? How did I not hear them get broken? I could have just got ambushed now without even realizing it. Like there's actually nobody around. How did it get broken? Alright, well the barricade's back up. I know I didn't forget it last time. Anyway, we're gonna go back to our base now. I'll meet you guys there. And we are back. So first thing we gotta do here is unload all the unnecessary items out of our inventory. I've unloaded a bit of my inventory. There's still a few things here and there that needs to be taken care of. But otherwise, it's time to start unloading all the planks from the car. Actually, before we go any further, there's one thing I want to check. I want to check our birds. Whoa, wait a second. Where did they all come from? That is a huge group of zombies right next to my house. Wow, even look in front of the house. There's so many. What, you see this guy? Oh, now you want to pay attention to me, huh? So yeah, the big problem is that group there. There's 7 zombies. I can definitely not take them all at one time, so I'm going to have to do my patented luring technique. Doesn't look like it's working too well. Oh, here we go. I think we got... Well, unfortunately we got 3. That's one too many for my liking. Doesn't look like we're going to get hit from behind, at least. Those 3 weren't too bad. Alright, all the zombies are taken care of. So what happened there, I think, is that technically if you're not in an area for, say, I believe it's 3 days, zombies will slowly repopulate, or respawn in this case. And I think that's exactly what happened there. This is actually a setting you can toggle, and had I known beforehand, I definitely would have toggled it. Am I missing a trap? Or is it hidden behind some bush? It was hidden. But yeah, we got 1 bird. We actually got 2 birds today, thankfully. So had I known that I could disable that, I probably would have. I think it makes more sense if I clear an area out, you know. It should stay clear. I can accept like zombies that are in the area wandering around to it. But if I, like this area, there are no zombies anywhere nearby. I've killed everything. So just finding random hordes like that is a nuisance, honestly. What? Oh, look at that. I was trying to remove the bushes around. And it actually drops twigs. That's a very easy way of getting kindling for my fire. Speaking of fire, we're kind of hungry. So you know what time it is. It's time to cook us a chicken. Oh. Well, this is a bit awkward. Looks like there's some zombies over there, too. Don't know if I'll be able to beat them up before dinner. So hopefully they won't come this way. Oh. Oh, he lit himself on fire. No, I don't want to wait for fire. Oh. Oh god, wait a second. Might have just caused a forest fire. Oh, that's a big fire. Uh-oh. Oh no, we're good. I think it's just the body burning up. Right? What? Oh no, he didn't burn. The other one did. Leave any charcoal? No? And just like that, you too can eat chickens. So there are a few things we can do now. I could take the planks that I left behind and the ones in the car and start building up the wall a bit more. Probably won't finish the wall, but I'm assuming I would get around to here or so. Another thing we can do is look through all the cars. I do want to improve my mechanics so I can eventually repair this, but I would also like to find just a replacement car. This is definitely not one of them. Oh, this is a really nice sounding car. So I've done a bit of work here. I've ended up moving every vehicle I can drive, except for one, mainly because it had no battery. And this is what we ended up with here. So this is the original car. This is the one we had before, we've been using all along. Now of these cars, there are 3 more that are noteworthy. So first up is this one. This seems to be a sports car. It looks, at least from the outside, the exterior, to be in good condition. It was pretty fast, it handled well. Funny enough though, this tiny little thing here, I felt was way faster. At least it had way more acceleration. I don't really like how it looks compared to that one though, so I'd probably keep this one as a sports car versus, say, this tiny little thing. Up next is this van and this van. So there are actually 2 more vans, this one over here and one down that way that I couldn't get. But of the vans, these 2 are different from this one in that they have an extra 4 seats. So this only has the 2 seats in the front, and that's why the trunk space is so big. On the other hand here, these have 6 seats total each. Now in that regard they're the exact same. The main difference between these 2 is this one performed, as in driving, it felt way worse to drive than this one. This one I would say is comparable to this one. So if I were to choose from the 2, it would probably be this one. I know that's probably related to the parts inside, but I haven't really done any checking at this point. And of course, we found a taxi, and this one is nothing important. So knowing all that, I'm probably going to keep these 3 cars here. This one has a bigger trunk if I can ever repair it. This one has enough seats to compare to the trunk. So you can see the trunk here actually has only 26 space, but when you factor in the 6 seats, each holding 20 each, that's 120 space in seats alone. The biggest downside to that is you have to get inside the vehicle and then go through the seats here. And also one of the seats we are sitting in, so it's only really 5 seats actually. But so this has a total of 120 capacity, whereas this has 20 in the front here and 60 in the back for 80. Also, the other benefit of this, though less space, it cannot break. I don't think the seats can take damage, or at least not easily. So that 20 space, that 100 space is always going to be 100. Whereas this, we've been losing, well, we've lost over half the capacity since the start of the game. So basically, these 4 cars here are going to be for scrap parts that I'm going to use to fix up and maintain these cars here. Ideally, I don't think I need 2 vans, but as I can't actually fix this one that can't break is going to be a lot more valuable to me now, I think. Anyway, let's check out this car over here. I want to see what it's made of. It felt pretty fast. Oh yeah, this car is in like perfect condition, honestly. Don't think I need to worry about that car. We already know what's wrong with this one. So let's check out this van here. The body can definitely use some work, it looks like. Yeah, this car has a lot of problems with it. So first up, all the seats are, well, except for this one, are pretty bad condition, especially the driver's seat. The engine could definitely be better. The hood needs to be fixed. The trunk is pretty bad. Lots of windows and doors are in need of repair. A taillight, that's not too bad to fix. The brakes, definitely going to need new brakes. So overall, this one is going to be needing a lot of work. And I think it'll be a fun project, try to get it up to snuff. We have plenty of spare parts around. In the future, I think this is going to be the van to go with, just because it's easier to access one door at the back versus going inside a car and lumping things in 5 different seats. But for now, since we can't fix this one, I think this is a good second option. So I think the first thing I want to look at is seats. So this car has 4 seats, but they all are terrible condition as well. It does have a good trunk, a really good hood. Can I uninstall that? Let's see, condition of you. Oh, you got a really good seat. Dang, even that takes mechanic skill. One thing I would actually like to have is, I know certain cars, you can there's like a little hitch on the back. You can essentially drag other cars or trailers with you. I don't think any of these are capable of that. I don't think there's any in my base at all that are capable of that. Except maybe the one with the broken battery. This one's battery is also terrible, but at least it has charge. So I might just swap them out. It's actually pretty easy. In fact, we're going to take the battery out of this one. Oh, you know what? You see that? It only takes the standard type. Maybe we're going to have to find another standard type battery. Otherwise, we can't use it. What about you? You got any good spare standard type batteries? Oh yeah, that's a standard type. Alright, so now let's install the new battery. Alright, this car, oh yeah, you see how the headlights turned on immediately? That was why the battery died. The headlights were on. So, if you guys remember, this is the car that I crashed into the pole and drove through a bunch of zombies. Now I wonder if this car can actually do any pulling. Aha! There we go. Okay. That wasn't too bad. I did have to Google it, just because I didn't really know how it works. I think only certain cars can do this, this being one of them. Definitely affects their performance pretty hard here. So I might try to do some parking here. Just get all the cars over here, this area. Oh yeah, going on grass was a big mistake. I think if I do it like this is probably the easiest way to get them parked up, like so. Oh, that's funny. The car ran out of gas as I started pouring it in. There we go. That looks nicer. And I'm pretty sure I can fill this up. Yeah, you can add water. There we go. Easy access water now. Also, I noticed my crops are looking pretty good now. I'm wondering about this one. Let's check it. Oh, yuck. Yuck. Look, we can actually harvest it. Water levels are fine. Current growth phase unknown. Next growth phase unknown. It's flourishing. But it says we can harvest. I'm gonna harvest it. Let's see what we get, if anything. 14 radish. Wow, that's a lot of radishes. They're not really worth much. We got 14 though. Wait. Did we get 56 seeds just from that one? Yeah, look at that. We have 60 seeds. Once we're done harvesting all this, we're gonna have like hundreds. What did that do for our farming? 26. Actually, I guess it should give a lot of XP, huh? Because it takes like half a month just to grow one plant. So yeah, it looks like for radishes at least. Oh, I was gonna say I can't eat them. Gotta throw them into like salads, stews, or soups or stuff, but I don't really have any other ingredients to go with it, so we're just gonna eat it raw. Otherwise it's gonna go to waste, right? At least now I don't have to forage for berries. Alright, there it is. It was definitely a bit of trouble getting all these cars here, including these ones down here. But every car in this area is now effectively in my garage. We did end up attracting a few onlookers, so we're gonna have to go take care of those guys real quick. Alright, now the car show can begin. So one thing I discovered by taking the batteries out and putting them back into the cars just now, I can technically farm XP that way, though it would be horribly slow. Anyway, our goal now is to get this vehicle up and running. I think this is the best option, and there are a lot of things that need work. So just fixing this vehicle up some would definitely help my mechanic skill, probably more than just, removing and re-entering batteries. Now the first thing I definitely want to do is get these seats up to par. I don't even know if seats have any benefit. Maybe sitting them in a bad seat hurts your back or something for a long period of time, so I definitely want to get the driver's seat up. Now all these cars except this one, I don't have keys for. So that means they are the best candidates just to get rid of parts, or to steal parts from. So I'm going to be going through all these cars, just looking for good seats, taking the ones I don't need, or the ones I want, and I'm going to slowly upgrade this car. I'll see you guys in a bit. Oh, you know what? This taxi here, this is a really good option for parts. It's basically all green. The downside is certain parts, like the battery, probably the engine, they're going to be standard rather than heavy duty, which is what I need for the van. But this is definitely going to be a good car part area. Ah, I can't actually open the door because the doors are locked since I don't have car keys. And there's no lock picking, so all I can do is smash the window. Actually, maybe instead of lock picking, I can straight up remove the window. No, even for the windows you need a car key. So I'm gonna have to smash one of the windows just to get into the car. Probably this one. This one is the worst. It would really suck if this sets off an alarm. Okay, there we go. Can we enter? We just shuffle forward, unlock the doors, unlock the trunk, check the glove box, eat the candy cane, check the trunk. Nothing useful in the trunk. Now we can start stealing parts. Anyway guys, that is it for today's episode. I do hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.